Okay, it says we're live. Hopefully that is true. How we doing? Happy Monday. Just a reminder, quick at the beginning of the video, I am not going to be here on Wednesday. So I'll be taking Wednesday off, but I should be back on Friday. Anyway, there's that. So how we doing? Did we have a good weekend? Do we have a restful weekend, adventurous weekend, creative? Did we have a veg out weekend? What kind of weekend did we have? I did some reading and was entertained. So it was not as creative in terms of like I didn't do much crochet. I did not learn to knit. I did not paint, none of that. But I did get some reading done, and that was fun. It was also like really nice out. Warm on the warm side, but yeah. So how did we do? I also got to chat with the girls. So that was fun. My girls, we try to do it about every 3 weeks, so about like once a month. Maybe slightly more frequently than that, but yeah. So everybody was there. Got to see all the babies. It was a very fun time. We chatted for quite a while. So, Kara has pulled from the Big Panda and Tiny Dragon season Summer. Even if I take the wrong turn, I can still end up in a beautiful place. Yes, this is very much channeling Bob Ross. There are no mistakes, only happy accidents. And then from the Enchanted Map, it's number 36, Commitment. True commitment is a responsibility of heart, mind, body, and soul. This is an auspicious time to make one. Partnerships formed at this time will be harmonious and powerful. Nice. I like it. And then from the Grimoire of Shadows, Crown of Stars, you are divinely guided and infinitely loved. Shine proudly in your truth. Your light belongs in the heavens. I like that too. Monique is here and says, hey, everyone. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, you pulled the Empress from the Midnight Magic deck. The mushroom for this card is Hen of the Woods. I feel like, have you pulled that one somewhat relatively recently? Because I feel like we were discussing Hen of the Woods at some point recently. Maybe I'm delusional. Who knows? I could very well be delulu. Monique got to see Yumi and Tuscany on Friday. The theater was packed and you were seated at the very front row, but it was so much fun. Excellent. I'm glad you had fun. It's been a while since I've been in a theater, like first cinema, I should say, in a cinema. It's been even longer since I've been in a theater, like proper. But yeah. Also, your mom's finally going to physical therapy. Yay! Excellent. Good. I'm glad. I need to like start chasing that train again. But yeah. So, also, now that I'm thinking about it, I completely missed that Dracula Love Story came out in February because I was anticipating it at the end of last year because I kept seeing all the trailers and shorts and stuff about it. But it wasn't coming to America until February. And then I completely forgot. So now I'm going to have to chase it down. Anyway. Ooh, Monique has a bad case, or a good case, depending, of shiny new idea syndrome. Ooh, over the weekend you wrote notes for a chick lit novel called Auntie of Honor. I like it. Do you want to say more, or are you keeping it close to the vest? Think Joylet Club, okay, meets My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I love this idea about a 30-something-year-old woman entering her auntie era. Yes, please. I don't think this is a shiny new idea. I think this is a fantastic idea. Yes. So are you thinking Joylet Club structure-wise in sort of the like almost vignette like scenes or just sort of like the Asian auntie vibes. I love it. But I like this combo. Yes. This year is a very good one for movies. What other movies are you anticipating coming out? Jolly Club, specifically for the generational differences. Yeah, and if you are entering your auntie era, you are realizing like one, there's another generation coming behind you. And so you are now a part of the sort of like staggered steps of generational issues. So yeah. And also as you are entering your auntie era, you are beginning to enter that stage of having to either beginning or already there and having to take care of previous generations. And sort of what that means physically, emotionally, time-wise, all of it. I really like this idea, Monique. This is a great combo, I think. Love it. That's the idea. Rita is in between her old aunties and her younger cousins, who's 8 years younger than her. Yeah. Yeah. I like this shiny new idea for you. This is great. I like it. I approve. Not that you needed my approval, but I approve. Anytime you want to do this, this auntie of honor, like, yes. Was also inspired by seeing Yumi in Tuscany, but also being at your cousin's wedding. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I think it is, if it's inspired by your cousin's wedding, your own life experiences, and I don't necessarily think it's just like a shiny new idea. I think this is a proper good idea. So, not that shiny new ideas aren't proper good ideas, but you know, not necessarily a flash in the pan. How about that? Charlie is writing, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're welcome. Anytime I can hype you up. Yeah. Uh, anytime I can hype everybody up, that'd be great. Okay. So here's the thing. I've not written in this. If I at all. What is today? Today's the 27th. Okay. Okay, so it's not as bad. It's not as bad. I have not done anything in here since like Friday afternoon. So I need to backtrack and fill in. And then I also need to fill in for this week because this week we do have some things going on. And so got to tend to that. But I may just put it off till later and write because I am at the point in the story where I'm like, I want to write more. So that may be what we are going to be doing. Is I may just ignore the bullet journal and draft because I feel like that's going to be more fun. That's just where I am in terms of the story. Oops, I need to clean those up. The cat pictures that I've been saving to have like a wad to show my parents fell off the table. So, okay, so we have a little tuxedo cat for the weekend. My daily look is not in flux, for I was born to wear a tux and a very dapper little mustache. Very cute. Very, very cute. And looks like it would be super fluffy for belly rubs. Super, super fluffy. And then we have a little bitty baby. Life is short, so sometimes it is good to stop and eat the flowers. You just hope they aren't toxic for the cat. But look at that little face. Precious little face. But yes, we have a tuxedo cat and a very, very small kitty. So it's World Stationery Day. Well, if that's the case. And Passion Planner is having a sale. Okay. I do not need another journal, but I do need to order more of these little page flag thingies. Because I really like this size. And the stores near me don't carry the like 10 pack. They carry like a 4-pack or a 5-pack. Which doesn't give you like all of the color options. So I do need to order another set of those. Charlie says, World Stationery Day. Every time I come to the stream, I get influenced into buying more stationery. I love it here. Yes, I was actually just when I was chatting with my girls last night, I told her there was a notebook. I told one of the girls that there was a notebook at Walmart journal that was very much up her alley. It was sort of like vintage pink drawings, somewhat floral, somewhat Victorian-esque. And I can't remember if it was tea themed or like Thoughts in Paris themed, which she loves French. She worked at Disney France for Disney Paris for several years. Has just like very much up her alley. Like Pride and Prejudice meets Paris is essentially like. And she just got the news that yay, she's going to Japan for the JET program. Yay! She's a traveler always. So we're excited to hear where exactly in Japan she's going to be going. But yeah, so I told her, I was like, there's this notebook that you will probably want at Walmart. Anyway, so because she's currently in Florida, so they have Walmarts there. Monique loves tuxedo cats. They're so cute. They're so cute. You drew the Sustainer from Pocket Archetypes deck. Ooh. The card's energy is similar to the Empress. Well, in that case, the cards are telling you may want to focus on those themes. Pretty kitties. Yes, yes. Also, Journal Say is having a sale. Oh no, don't tell me that. I'm a sucker for Journal Say. What kind of sale is Journal Say having? They are having what looks to be like a summer-esque sale. Store-wide 50% off. Spend $50, get $22. And that's not much. There's a new user code that's 5% off, but Jashi Corinne and Aaron Smith, and I think Mark Your Pages all have like an 8% code. I don't have a code. I'm not an affiliate. But yeah. Okay. I'm going to close this because otherwise I will spend way too long. I will spend the entire stream just looking at journals. So no, we are not looking at Journal Say right now. Well, that's no. But yeah, okay, so you're checking around to see who's having a sale for Stationery Day. Gotcha. Now I understand. Okay, so the other thing that we've seen the cats, we haven't seen the card. The other thing is the poll for today. The poll is, do any of your characters have a catchphrase? Like something they say all the time, or that sort of shows their it's like their motto, their life's view, whether or not that's going to change, because we do put our characters through some things in order to change them. So do any of your characters currently have a catchphrase, or will they have a catchphrase? And which character would it be? Is it your female main character, male main character? Is it the like sidekick / comic relief character, or the antagonist? Who of your characters is most likely to have a catchphrase? And I feel like for me, it's probably going to be the sidekick slash comic relief character, as long as that character, I don't intend to turn that character into a main character later. Because I feel like in order for something to become a catchphrase, you have to repeat it often enough. But I don't want it repeated so often that it's annoying. So I feel like it should only really, for me, come in with like some of the comic relief slash stuff. Because I feel like it ought to be a wonky catchphrase for me, like a wonky funny one. So either the comic relief character or the antagonist, I feel like, because I generally wouldn't give them as much page time, screen time, however you want to describe it. And so it would not cross that line over into annoying because of repetition for me, for my writing. Because if I'm going to have to write it that many times and read it and edit it that many times, I'm going to be sick of it by the time it's done. So that's me and my reasoning. You chose the antagonist because Dave and Natalie are basically cult leaders full of catchphrases. Oh, that's a good reason too. I didn't think about that. And I do have some culty characters. Ooh. Some of what they say might count as catchphrases. But yeah, they count as antagonists for me too. But I hadn't thought about that. You're definitely right, Monique. The cult things would definitely count as catchphrases. And your card of the day is going to be the King of Cups. Gotcha. Yeah, cults always have some kind of catchphrase, and they have their own lingo. Yeah, and I had the acronym, and like I had to set up the structure of the, yeah. So you're right. You're absolutely right. I have more characters that have catchphrases than I thought. Okay, then we have the rhino, who has this little crown on his, or her, or there. It's not going to focus. It has a crown on the horn, the frontmost horn. Overcome any obstacle is the main message. We always have the choice to press ahead, and the rhino's strength offers you the power to break through stubborn obstacles. This animal knows there is more than one way to open a path to what you seek. When the rhino appears, you are reminded that you have a marvelous ability to overcome obstacles in multiple ways by going around them, shattering them with the force of clear and deliberate intentions, or even transforming them into clouds that drift away by refusing to allow them to limit you. Apply your rhino with creativity, and no obstacle can stand, for you have magic to make and many ways in which to make it. Your power is awesome right now. The rhino also wants to remind you that when an obstacle appears to prevent you from getting what you desire, it means that something much better is coming. Keep that in mind when you consider the nature of the obstacle in front of you. The universe loves you so much and only wants the best for you. So there is our rhino with our reminder that there are multiple ways to address a problem. Which is very true. And for those of us who are very stubborn in nature, is a very good reminder to have. Because if I am like super focused and I have thought of one solution to this problem and only one solution and it's not working, I'm liable to keep continuing that option and just banging my head against the wall. So that is a necessary reminder for someone who has a really, really stubborn head. Yeah. So, Mom Maggie is here. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Kara and Maggie, I haven't asked you how Colorado weather is doing. I know it's dry, just like here, and I'm assuming that Monique is also pretty dry in Texas. But yeah, we've had like a sprinkle of rain, but we have a relatively good chance of rain over the next 2 days, and then then maybe a chance Friday or Saturday. So I'm hoping that means that y'all are getting a little something. Because I know it's been dry. Ezra and Relic of Time War is all about Plan B to infinity. Yes. Colorado is very dry, but we have a chance to get a whole inch of rain this week. A whole inch. Hey, I would take it. It's like, yes, please. Yes. Rain would be good, for sure. Also, we had to soften the ground in order to put the new, like, shepherd's hook in the ground for the bird feeders, and had to do it very slowly over like 5-minute periods so that we could get the stake in the ground. And then the squirrel promptly took over the hummingbird feeder this morning. So we've got to figure out a way to squirrel proof the hummingbird feeder so that the squirrels don't just drink it all because they like the sugar water. Squirrels, what can you do? Monique is going to be sharing a video later on social media with the hummingbirds. Nice. We have 3. I think we only have a couple of males at the moment. I know we have 1, but I don't think the females have started hanging out yet. You have trays of flowering plants that you've been carrying in and out because the nights are still down to freezing. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because with it being so dry and it's more of an arid climate. And so then the nights get a lot colder. Yeah. Kara says, I pulled the 9 of pipes from the pot tarot. The 9 of pipes is a bit of bad trip. It represents a bummer period marked by anxiety, fear, and indecision. Restful nights are hard to come by and bereavement. Okay. So between your Empress and was it the Crown of Stars and this one, like this is what you were meant to sort of work through in order to wield the Empress and Crown of Stars energy. Maybe. So dry here. We had a bit of dew, which caused fog yesterday, but no relief in sight. Yeah. But I do love a foggy morning. It's so nice. Like, I don't know why, but I think it's just like the light coming through the fog and just like the fog. I like fog. Not like endless fog, but like pockets of fog. Yeah. Anyway, let's do a sprinty sprint and get some work done. As I said, I think I'm going to be ignoring my journal for the moment to get to some of the story that I want to write. Mom Maggie says, sounds kind of like the 9 of Swords. Kara says, I'm now the matriarch of my family. With my mother's passing, the wounded inner child is resisting stepping into this role, which is very understandable. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my dad says that he felt his world shifted when both of his parents died and he became an orphan, in his words. So, yeah. Kara says, yes, the pipes are swords in that deck. Yeah. Okay. Which makes sense then. Okay, let's do this because we've done the cats, we've done the card. And okay, so my goal for this first sprint, I want to say, and for the stream, I'd like to get to 2K today, word-wise. So I want to see how close to that I can get. Okay. So 1, save your document or pull it up. And 2 is make sure that you have something to hydrate with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How was that? Oops. I had the volume pretty low on there. Hopefully you could hear it. We have managed to do one sprint. Yay! How did we do in terms of, I started with 676 words. So, okay. So I got 547. Okay. Okay. That is where we are for the end of sprint 1. And Sarah came in. Sarah Supercar, hello. Trying to complete an essay for the blog. Nice. Hopefully everything will help. Monique did not get much writing done that sprint. It's okay. What did you do instead? You can veg out. You don't have to. We all get different things done. So Charlie read some. Yay. And got 313 words. Fantastic. Monique says, I'm going to fill my water bottle and cook rice. Excellent. What are you going to have with the rice? Or are you just going to have some like onigiri or something? Here we go. You're going to prep some pork chops. Nice. We had pulled pork the other night, and it was yummy. I'm trying to think of, we should probably ought to be thinking about what's for dinner for us as well. But that's a question for later. I usually try, and if I don't think of it before noon, then I figure it out at like 4:30. So one or the other. Okay, let's hopefully get some more done, right? I'm also stretching a little bit because I think I slept on my pillow a little wrong. And so this side of my neck is very like sore, tense. Ooh, chicken and noodles for dinner tonight. That sounds nice. My mom found some ground chicken. It's like she found a couple packages that were 92% lean and some that were 99% lean. Anyway, they were on BOGO at Publix the other day. And so she got some. And we cooked it up as sort of like loose ground chicken because we do that a lot with ground beef, and then we like throw it in the pasta sauce or we throw it with some potatoes, and it's just good for it, like adding some protein to something. But now I'm like, I wonder what else I could do with it. And so now I'm thinking like of a white chicken chili would be really good. But I've never actually made a white chicken chili. So I'm like, I need a recipe probably. Anyway, so that is to say, if you have a favorite recipe that has some loose ground chicken in it, let me know because I need some dinner ideas in the future. So let's go ahead and do the second sprint though. Second sprint is the self-promo sprint. So remember to do your self-promo that is writing adjacent. Just make sure that if you do not have a blue wrench of power, you will not be able to post direct links. So there is that. Share screen, rubber ducky, make it big. Okay, let's do this. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you have something to sip on. Cheers. Oh, you're just slicing the tenderloin for future dinners. Yes, gotcha. Okay. Yep. Future meal prep, essentially. The rice is cooking. Excellent. Good job. Okay, let's do this and get our words cooking as well. So 1, save. 2, sip. 3 is straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4 is if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the second sprint. There we go. Change that word. Had the same word too close together. So go with a different option. How did we do? How did we do? Okay. 803. Nice. That was a pretty busy sprint then. Is that right? Yeah, let me do that again. You said that's right. Hopefully it is. Okay. So with what I started at, well, no, I can't count what I was starting at. So I'm still close to 700 short for my 2K goal. So hopefully I can have another good third sprint. Very similar to this second sprint. And that'll be good. But there's definitely going to be a lot of editing that has to happen because this was kind of a messy situation. A messy first draft of the scene. Goodness gracious. Let's see. Kara's self promo. You're putting up a new book promo posts at Reader's Roost. Here's the link for that. You're also going to be tweaking the paid subscriber benefits for Substack. Most of my posts there are free. Yeah. Here's the. Okay. Sorry. Monique has some links for us for stationery sales. So the Passion Planner has a sale going. Journal Say has a sale going, but generally they do kind of always have a sale going. It feels like. But yeah. And then here is the My Ex is a Vampire. What are the ways that you can buy that from Monique? Here's your Instagram. Excellent. Charlie got 563 that time. Excellent. Good job. Monique has 300 to 400 words to go for you until you hit your goal. Fantastic. Great. I do need to update my jar of stars too. I'm looking because I have the stack of small stars next to where the camera sits. So I see them all the time. And I need to update my Q2 check-in and then update the jar of stars. It's going to look so good when it's done. But I need to update that. But not right now. Just in general, I need to update that. Okay. Let's go ahead and save and pick a timer for, let's see, do we want, do we want to continue with the silent timer? I think we do. Let's do the squash the rubber chickens. Make big. Okay. Let's swap the banner. We should be good. Okay, so 1 is safe. 2 is sip. Cheers. 3 is straighten your spine. Roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that's the end of that sprint. Let's check and see where we are. Okay, 628. Okay, so I'm a little shy of 2,000, but not too bad. Not too bad. Because I started with 676. So, yeah. I needed about 25 words or so. So, I'm within the realm. I'm happy with that. Yeah. We're just like 25 words shy. So I'm not bothered about that at all. We're doing great. Oh boy. How'd y'all do? Monique hit 17,024 words total for the manuscript. Nice. Very nice. Charlie hit 1,000 words for the day. Woohoo! Which means you can go back to reading for the rest of the day. Yay! Excellent. Good job. Zena, hello. Welcome. Joined late, starting your morning pages. Excellent. Good, good. Stacey says, I got the pork chops done. Excellent. Chopped. Well, okay. So Monique was chopping pork chops from the loin for future use. Stacey got the pork chops done. Okay. And then made bags for the chicken that you still need to do. A monster came home and you made her help you with the chops. Nice. Zena recorded your first authortube vlog yesterday. Yay! Is it going to be under this handle, under Zena Kingdom, or is it under a different handle? It's very nerve-wracking. Yes. Yes, it is. Did you start with the authortube newbie tag? I think it's 2.0 at this point. If you haven't, definitely check out some of the authortube newbie tags. And that may give you a another video idea. But yeah, the filming is definitely nerve-wracking. And then I'm not used to editing videos at all. So that becomes the biggest hurdle for me, is after I've done the recording, then I have to sit there and edit it, which I feel like sometimes takes me 4 times as long as the actual recording of things. It's going to be under a different handle because it's your art handle. Okay. If you feel like sharing what your authortube handle is going to be, please do. So, yay, doing good. Okay. Yeah. The poll for today, we do actually have a winner. 40% of our sidekick / comic relief characters would be the character that has a catchphrase. 30% would be the female main character, 20% would be the male main character, and 10% would be the antagonist having catchphrases. So there you go. That is that. That's the poll for today. Okay, I do have to go. My mom requested help with filling out a electronic form for a doctor's appointment, so I've got to go help with that. So yeah, don't forget to save. And I will see y'all on Friday, because again, I'm not going to be here Wednesday. So I will see y'all Friday. All right. Bye.